showing you their personality, you know.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be real careful. I think there's enough cord here that I can do this without knocking this over. But if we do, it'll be an organic moment. Hi, everyone. As you heard, I am Dr. Donna Hamilton. I am a board-certified pediatrician who transitioned into being a doctorpreneur. So now I'm a corporate well-being strategist. I'm a 3-time best-selling author, and I'm a professional speaker. And I help driven professionals get unstuck and become unstoppable. And I do that with holistic courses, coaching, and consulting that help you activate your excellence so that you can live your best in mind and body and in spirit and in life in general. So I'm really excited to be back here in Atlantic City because this is a full circle moment for me. Actually, quite literally, because I'm in the Poconos now, so we drove down through Philly, but we're going to go up back through New Jersey, so it's actually going to be a circle. But also, my very first job as an attending when I finished residency was in Atlantic City. So I was a member of Atlantic City Alumni Chapter, very briefly, because when I came here, this was my dream job as community pediatrician, and on paper, I knew this was the perfect job. And it became obvious pretty quickly that it wasn't. Has anyone ever had a situation like that? Something you knew was perfect ended up being not so perfect? Yeah. So I transitioned from here, got another job that this time was absolutely the best job. And there was a lot that I did love about that job, but it became clear that it also was not my job. It was exhausting to me. I was going home. I mean, it was stressful, and jobs are stressful. But when I got up in the morning, I still wasn't energized. And I kind of didn't really want to go to work, even though I really loved certain parts of it, meaning taking care of my patients. But there was a lot of the administrative stuff and the politics that was very draining to me. It was not nourishing. I would go home. I was exhausted. I could barely take my clothes off. I'd have to rest on the couch to get enough energy just to unwind and to eat dinner. Has anyone ever experienced that before? It was just not aligned with me. And then I had a not so subtle reminder that life can be very short. One of my very dear friends, and for sorors in the audience, was my special too, so we were friends since college. She died very unexpectedly with complications from her first pregnancy. So I became very, very aware that life was too short to be so miserable. And not too long after that, I was in yet another meeting, having another one of those conversations that I could not believe I was having for the 500th time, explaining stuff that was ridiculous to explain the first time, let alone the 500th time. So I had an out-of-body experience. And I thought, I don't know what I was created to do, but it's not this, because I was too miserable. 2 weeks later, I submitted my resignation. And then through a series of events, it became very clear to me that the solution that I was seeking for this professional frustration didn't exist. I had to create it. And so eventually I did. And now I work with companies who want to create happy, healthy, productive workplaces where their employees actually enjoy their job so that they're more productive and they feel like coming to work. And so the lesson that I learned in that is part of the main lesson in my book, Wellness Your Way. And that is that sometimes the solution you seek does not exist. You have to create it yourself. And that is true in many areas in life, including your health, because one size does not fit all when it comes to health, contrary to what a lot of people think. So sometimes we have to create it. So imagine this. What would it be like to wake up in the morning and be energized? You love the way you look, you love the way you feel, your mind is sharp, your thoughts are positive, your mood is happy, your relationships are good, work relationships, personal relationships, your money is good, everything is good, and you are aligned and living according to your purpose. Imagine that, right? And imagine what it would be like if you actually had a blueprint to help you get there. And imagine what it would be like if that blueprint was custom made for you, including built-in motivation to keep you going when you hit those rough spots. That would be pretty awesome, right? Does that sound good? Yeah, right? Well, you don't have to imagine, because my book, Wellness Your Way, actually helps you work through that. And it's written by me, a medical doctor, using evidence-based strategies that actually work. Because what we need you to understand is that being healthy is more than not being sick. And there's more to a healthy lifestyle than simply food and fitness. That's important, but being healthy is functioning in your best physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. So if you're stuck, that means that often you may be looking at the wrong area, like I was. I kept looking for the better job, and that was like the wrong thing to look for. So we do that oftentimes in our health. So Wellness Your Way helps you assess your life and figure out if you're actually working on the wrong area first. Then another reason if you're stuck making health goals, like if you either can't drop that weight, or you can't stop smoking, or you've gained and lost the same 20 pounds like 500 times, then something isn't working. Often that means you're not picking appropriate goals, because you need to be ready, willing, and able to make the change and do the steps that you say you're going to do. And lastly, sometimes you may have those first two in place, but you just don't have the right motivation. So when you hit a wall, you can't keep yourself going. So Wellness Your Way walks you through creating your own personal plan so that you can do this. And to help you get kick-started and activating your excellence, I actually created a free gift for you that will help you get your mind going about where to start. So you can go to manifestexcellence.com/health guide and request your complimentary copy of a guide to the 7 essential healthy habits everyone needs to have in order to be happy, to be healthy, and to thrive. So manifestexcellence.com/health guide. That'll get you kick-started. And then also, of course, I'll be outside. You can get a copy of Wellness Your Way, and then that will walk you through creating your own personal guide to creating either accomplishing or creating the life that you want, or accomplishing a very specific goal, whatever you need, because it's all about your way. Thank you.